We have Captain Mike Ventimiglia. Where's Mike? All right. Mike used to sing at these events until his voice simply said, "I give up, I retire." But what a great job he did in those days. We have our councilman, Al Abdelaziz from the 6th Ward.
Al.
You know, his father was here with us every year, and there is even a recognition in his name here. That's how much we appreciated him and loved him. Ralph Gambatiz's son here with us today, always representing. The former president of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I saw him here, Frankie Gonzalez.
Hey, Frankie.
Frank Gonzalez. That, you want to talk about a military family? I think the entire family served in the service, himself and his children as well. And we have our chief, our fire chief, Ahmed. Chief. And I will be back with additional names as I didn't have enough time to get through all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Here we go.
I don't need this, but I'll use it anyway while I'm here. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right.
That tells you never give up.
Good job.
I'm going to have Tony come up to introduce the next round of presentations at this moment. We're going to wait for our congressman. When he comes, he'll be able to speak. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for all being here again on a beautiful day. God is always looking out for us veterans and firemen and police, always looking out for those who serve, the people of the great city of Paterson. And we're going to make our first presentation at this time, and I would like the following people to step forward so we can honor our great sheriff, Richard Burnick, and that's Humberto Quadras, our undersheriff. Any from the CERT team, is someone here? Andres Martinez, the man who fed us with that great food, and of course the Dylan's family. Step forward, please.
Where is his? I'm sorry. We have one here from Humberto Cordero and his family. The CERT team. Is anybody here from the CERT team?
I'll take it there.
And Andres Martinez. Oh, and
I get it.
okay. And also we have for Dylan for landscaping, who did a phenomenal job here on May 6th. His mom, his dad, and his brother are here to accept the award on his behalf. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Would you like to say a few words?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Sheriff Burdick, thank you to the veterans for your service. It's an honor for me to stand here. This day gives us all a precious opportunity to reflect on what it means to be a nation tested by war, and to reflect on both coasts and blessing of liberty. Since General George Washington commanded the Continental Army, over 40 million Americans have served in our nation. And 1 million have died. 1 million Americans have died in our nation since then for his defense. There can be no doubt that American fighting men and women have given much to ensure that our great nation stays free. We owe a debt of gratitude to all those who served, to all those who were injured, and especially to all those who made the ultimate sacrifice. When I entered the military, I was 17 years old. I was full of fears and dreams. I didn't know about the sacrifice that I just mentioned. I was a kid from Paterson. I was unsure of what life was going to bring. I was afraid of the future, but that changed in the military. In the military, I learned how to be a responsible citizen, how to love my country, and also how to risk my life for it. These are things that you don't know about when you are in the streets. Let me tell you, on this day and every day, we should thank God and thank our veterans. Thank you very much. Thank you for your dedication to serve our country. I just want to acknowledge the organizers of this event, Mr. Vancheri and the Veterans Council. God bless you, and God bless all our veterans, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. You good?
All right, our congressman isn't here yet, so. Oh, he is? Where is he? There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce United States Army veteran, Congressman from the 9th District, to speak. Congressman William Pasquale, our own Paterson man. Come on.
Go Bill. Yeah.
Hey everybody, good morning. This day for Passaic, they had a great turnout as they celebrate their 150-year anniversary. So we're trying to get all over the place. If you're from Paterson, you better be mobile. Good to see everybody this morning. To all of our veterans in New Jersey. We passed some legislation last year that should bolster the benefits when we say thank you to every veteran. We wouldn't be here if it were for the veterans. Put their lives on the line for us. I never saw real active duty. The closest I came was the Bay of Pigs, and that was called off. But I know plenty of you guys and gals were on the battlefield. And we cannot do enough for you. Case closed. And when you're trying to pinch pennies on those that protected your life, you should go in the mountains and hide and be by yourself. Because the veterans put it on the line. It's like cops and firemen do every day. So I'm here in a good mood, but I'm ticked off at these clowns down in Washington who think they're going to save the world and save the World Bank or something and keep us all rich by not paying for anything. It's not going to happen. If you can't stand up for that, stay out of Washington. And I'm sorry if you like it or you don't like it. But we are put in a tough position, the greatest country in the world, by people who shouldn't be there. You got to scramble to get benefits for veterans? Who the heck are we kidding? And then justify it. And then justify it. So yesterday at the post office, I looked down at the 2 empty seats that we keep there every year for Walter Porter and Ralph Gambatese. His son knows, because they were there every year. And we remember those guys, even though they're not with us anymore, they still are. Right, Tony?
Yes, sir.
This is not time for photo ops. This is time to do some work. So, to the mayor, to the council, thank you for putting us together today. And we got to do more for our veterans. Our hospitals mostly are a disgrace. Got to change the administration over in Paramus. That shouldn't happen. You got to pay people to do a job. You got to get people that you can afford to have there do the right job, so you don't have second-class service. There's no doubt about it, right, John? And we can't accept it. So I'm honored to be here on our greatest holiday for our veterans, all the services. To those who gave their lives, to those who were injured, to those who were mentally touched by what they were doing to save us. Save us. So if I get a little feisty on the floor of the House of Representatives, I said, here goes Bill again. But we got a long ways to go, my friends. People who put their lives on the line. God bless America. God bless our veterans. And God bless all of you for taking the time to be here this morning. This is good time. This is good news, good business. Congratulations, and Tony, thank you for all the work that you do during the year. And we'll get that project going sooner or later. The next one. The next one. God bless you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. Yeah.
How many more minutes do we have until 11 o'clock? Does anybody know? 7 minutes? Okay, so we're going to move on. The next presentation we're going to do is Corrado's Riverside Florist, Home Depot, Frankie Filippelli, Alice Filippelli, and Jerry Thomas. Please come forward. This is for Corrado's Riverview Florist. We have been dealing with him for the past 7 years, and he's been phenomenal, always helping us. And we want everybody to know that please go to his establishment, honor him, because he does a lot for us. Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you very much.
Is Gina here from Home Depot? Oh, I'm sorry. Come forward. We can't thank Home Depot enough for what they've been doing for us, and they're still not done. We started this on May the 6th, we did it on May 10th, and we also did it at the end of October. And I have to say, it's the Home Depot of Totowa, not even Paterson, that came out for us. Gina, On behalf of the Paterson Veterans Council, please bring it to the foundation and tell them thank you so much for all they did for us.
Thank you so much.
Frankie Filippelli.
Stone Cold.
He worked his butt off on May 6th, making sure all the branches and everything was done, whatever we needed. Thank you so much, Frankie, for always being there.
We didn't have a permit either.
Exactly. Alice, she was wonderful also, came here on May 6th, helped us out as much as possible. We thank you for your help, always.
Thank you.
Is Jerry here?
No, Jerry's not.
Okay. Jerry Thomas also. Frankie will give it to him. Thank you so much. Got a couple more minutes? Tell me a couple more minutes. Couple more minutes? Couple more minutes?
Yeah, right now we're just done. We're getting ready. You can do it now.
Okay, it's almost the 11th hour. Right now, we're going to take a moment of silence and remembering all our veterans that are here and the ones that are not here with us.
Uncover.
Thank you. I'd like to ask John Harris to please come forward.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
At this time, I'd like to have Chief of Department Andre Sayegh come forward. He's also a U.S. Army veteran. You know, I was a proud member of this department for 32 years, and it still brings me pride because there's one constant up here. The Paterson Fire Department. They are always here. In clement weather, we go indoors, we've been fed, we've been taken care of. The Paterson Fire Department has always been there for us. And I want to just say thank you and congratulations on your promotion to Chief. Good man.
No, he's going to say a few words.
Okay.
Why don't you say a few words?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Our veterans and our service members are individuals that willingly sign on the dotted line, knowing full well what's at risk or what may be at risk. I am proud to lead a department that has so many veterans and so many service members as Paterson firefighters. I, for one, I love this department myself. I love this country. I, for one, was a service member. I went to join the U.S. Army shortly after the first Gulf War started. My boot camp training was way longer than the actual war, so I actually didn't deploy. But I am proud again to say that I to lead a department full of veterans and full of service members. With that being said, thank you all. Thank you to our veterans. God bless America. God bless everyone here, and thank you.
We forgot one plaque for Jose Omero, who helped along with Dylan with the landscaping. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to have our next presentation. Louis Vega, Michael Stracco, Anita, Joanne, and Scoba Monument. Please step forward. This is for Louis Vega. He helped us out tremendously on May 6th. Also, the end of October, he did a lot of painting, cementing, is always here for us. Thank you so much, Louis. We can't thank you enough. Next one we have is Michael Stracco. He was here on May 6th. September 10th in the pouring rain, is always here for us, for the veterans. Thank you so much, Michael. And I don't think the other two young ladies are here, but we'll make sure that we get it to them. And Scoba Monument couldn't be here this morning because they have their own ceremony in Little Falls. He did all the cleaning of all the monuments after we cleaned up after the May 6th. So we thank him for that, and we'll make sure he gets this plaque. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. Once again. John Harris will present the next one.
At this time, I'd like to call David Pearson up from Catholic Charities.
David.
Wherever you want.
to go.
It's all on you. It's all on you. No pressure. You know, I'm a proud veteran. I served 4 years in the United States Marine Corps, served in Vietnam. Yeah, I'm old too, 248 years. But I served 32 years on the Paterson Fire Department. But then after that, I served another 10 years as the VSO in Passaic County, a Veteran Service Officer. And with that being said, as the congressman was saying before, we have to take care of our veterans. And during those years that I served, I saw some of the worst of how our veterans are being treated, the living conditions that they had. And I was very fortunate to meet David Pearson back in 2012. And after that meeting, we started to work together. And I cannot thank Catholic Charities for turning him loose as the director of the Veterans Office, because this man is on a mission to help veterans. He has done more for veterans than anybody I know. If I had a homeless veteran in the street, I could call him. He'd have him in a hotel that night, just to get him off the street, out of the cold. The supportive services, the SOS veterans. There's so many things involved in this, but I cannot thank Catholic Charities enough for allowing David to do the work that he does in partnership with all the different agencies and all that to help veterans. So with that being said, David, I present this to Catholic Charities, the Veterans Office, for your continued support to the Paterson Veterans Council. I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll say something. Say a few words. I know. He's a man of just a few words.
I never turned down a microphone. I just want to say, from Catholic Charities, for us, Paterson matters. Paterson has always mattered from us from the beginning of our initiatives. So recently, one of the things that we did, we got a call from Damava about having a VSO, and we wanted it in Paterson. So we're going to have the VSO in Paterson and in Totowa. And we had, it was really good. We had a lot of support, and we got to cut the ribbon on that. Yesterday, Senator Booker put out an initiative that we started, which would add National Guard folks to our SSVF program. It's a federal program that takes care of homelessness with veterans. So we're really, really happy with that. You know, I just want to say one other thing. You know, you can't do nothing without good partners. We had great partners with our friend Bill over there, Congressman Pasquale. Bill, thank you for everything. From Andre, thank you. Our senators, our friends, our service organizations. And one thing about Paterson, right? People in Paterson got a long memory. I don't know if it's genetic or, what it is for some of us, right? But the thing is, if you forget about us, we'll forget about you. And then you look at a guy like Bill, gets voted in so many times with high numbers, right? You know why? Because he don't forget about us. And, we appreciate that. And from Catholic Charities, this is from the funds came from our tank pull. So next year, we expect everybody to come out and help pull a tank, put a team. I definitely want to see the mayor of Paterson pulling a tank next year. And that's he's a good leader. So put him out front and see what happens. But thank you, John. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Paterson. My family are Patersonians, and we love you dearly.
Thank you, David.
And David, on behalf of the Paterson Veterans Council, we want to say thank you for your generous donation to us. We will never forget. Thank you.
Next year, too.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on. I'm sorry it's taken so long, but I want to recognize everybody that helped us throughout the year. And just bear with us. The next one we're going to do is the PEA.
Yeah, there he is.
Steve Howe.
John. Steve. John. He watched the council. He watched the council.
This next award is going to the PEA. They came here on September 10th in the pouring rain, helping us. John, Charles, Dino, and Laura. They stayed for hours until we got the work done, and that says a lot to us. And this means very special to me, having served on the Board of Ed for over 17 years. So I am very thankful for all the work that they did for us. John?
Good morning. I am so humbled to be here on behalf of over 3,200 Paterson Education Association members. We honor our veterans, both active and those no longer here with us. God bless America, and thank you for all that you do to keep us safe. Thank you again.
Johnny back.
Next one is for Steve Howe. What could we say? He's not only an employee of the City of Paterson and DPW, but we consider him a part of our family. He's always there when we need help, and we want to recognize him for his accomplishments in helping us. Steve Howe.
Well, this is a pleasant surprise. I don't think I do any more than the Vancheris do. I just try to match their enthusiasm and their love for what they do. And I'm just proud of the accomplishments and everything they do every day. Calling me, love it. But veterans to me are very important. My son served, my brother served. I never served. But I have the same love that they have for the country. So thank you all. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
And you guys are going to give
Eli, do you have any more names for us before I move on to the Veteran of the Year?
I just want to say that Mike Bentimiglia certainly showed me off. He came back stronger than ever, so Mike, you're back, all right. I don't think he ever left, really. But thank you very much. We have with us today also, representing Assemblyman Benji Wimberly, Penny Cleaves. Penny, thank you very much for representing our Assemblyman. We also have our Councilman Louis Velez. Councilman Louis Velez never misses an event. We already said hello to our Passaic County Technical Institute Board President, Mike Cosia. All right, Mike Cosia. We have our Deputy Fire Chief, Jason McCombs. Thank you very much, Deputy Chief. Our PEA President, of course, you already met, John McEntee. Thank you very much. His group does tremendous things for Paterson. And the Paterson historian, where's Jimmy Richardson? Oh, there he All right, our Paterson historian. We have our council president, Alex Mendez, right next to Councilman Rubin, Councilman at Large. And we also have with us, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, yeah, we have Councilman Al Delphine.
I'm his favorite,
And I'll be back.
Thank you. Before we do the Veteran of the Year, we'd like to have our mayor say a few words. Mayor Sayegh.
Thanks, Lee. Big fan. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask for a rousing round of applause for the Vancheri family. And I'm going to go on the record, Council President, they are the most patriotic family in the city of Paterson. Why? Because when they were going to have their firstborn child, they decided that she would be born on November 11th. Happy birthday, Michelle Vancheri. Speaking of birthdays, a happy belated birthday to all the United States Marines that are present today. John Harris, Sam Bosk, Mike Jackson, all the Marines, 248 years ago at Tunn's Tavern in Philadelphia. No, you're not old. You're just getting better there, John. It's very important to note that this was once known as Armistice Day. At the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, what was then known as the War to End All Wars ended. But as we know, that's not the end of all wars. And that's why we celebrate veterans today. World War II, Vietnam, Korea, Iraq. What I often tell people is if you encounter an individual with a hat or any type of paraphernalia that indicates what branch that he or she served, always make it a point to say thank you. And I'll never forget a moment when I approached a veteran who had a hat and said Vietnam veteran on it. I said, thank you for your service. And he responded, thank you for your support. And that's what we have to continue to do, support our veterans. It was mentioned earlier by Eli Burgos, and obviously he punctuated by saying no pressure, that we should have banners acknowledging and honoring our veterans. This is a conversation that I've had, and I think it's time that we make it happen. I was thinking about a veteran lived in the 3rd Ward. Her name was Mae Benson. In 1963, an African-American woman, think about this, joined the United States Marines, Chief. I'm sure it wasn't easy as a woman, and I'm sure it wasn't easy as an African-American woman, but she made it happen. We celebrate her today, and even though she's left this life, she leaves a legacy behind as a Paterson pioneer and American hero. So today we salute all the Paterson pioneers, all those that served, and all of our American heroes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor. We also have, if you notice that big tank down at the bottom, that was not just brought here, overnight by some miracle, even though I think it took a miracle to bring it here. But the Military Transport Association, they're here with the Jeeps. Thank you very, very much. Those guys are responsible for bringing that big tank at the bottom many years ago. And also a shout out to our Paterson Historian Commissioner, Joyce Corbo. Where's Joyce? There you go. All right, Joyce, thank you very much for joining us. Anne-Marie?
Well, Mayor, since you brought out that it's Michelle's birthday,
Yes.
I just want to also bring out.
her age, though.
No, please. I also want to bring out the fact that my both children were here every time we did the cleanup. Unfortunately, Chris cannot be here because he's having his services in Little Falls, and of course today's Michelle's birthday. She's going to be celebrating her birthday. But thank you. Okay, we're going to have Tony introduce our Veteran of the Year award.
Thank you, babe. Okay, if you want to, I almost forgot Anne Marie at the door when we were having Michelle. I had everybody else in the car, the dog too, but Anne Marie was still at the door. But anyway, I want everybody to know before I go any further to introduce our Veteran of the Year that I was taller than John Harris, Steve Howe, and our Veteran of the Year, Michael Jackson. And but ladies and gentlemen, this young man is really a hero to the youth of this great town of Paterson. There's a movie called Just Right, if you saw that, with Queen Latifah. And she says to the gentleman, the basketball player, she says, so many kids with the raw talent, and they're going, but they didn't make it, but you did, to the big show. Michael Jackson was a great ball player at Central High School. He played with John Curry. And when he came back from his baseball career, he became a better man for what he does every day, helping those that are struggling with addictions, alcoholism. He hit the biggest home run in his life at Straight and Narrow in Paterson. And we are honored that he is an Army vet during the Vietnam era. And he today is our Veteran of the Year. I'd like to introduce to you Michael Jackson. Step forward, Michael. Michael, I want to present this to you from the Paterson Veterans Council and all the Pattersonians to say thank you for being there for so many people. I also would like to give you this Prayer for America pen that's been blessed also by the Reverend, our pastor. So, but we are so grateful that you are here with us. It's good to know that I can call you a friend, because we looked up to you all the time. Literally. Okay,
Thank you.
Now, in all sincerity, I wasn't expecting this, not in the least. And I must say I'm very honored and humbled to be representing Paterson and all those veterans that are here today. You know, it wasn't easy, you know, back in during the Vietnam era and everything like that with the draft and everything and so on and so forth. However, we all had a job to do. We all had a job to do, and we did it with a purpose. The purpose to where it's a lot of things that were said between Congressman Pasquale, the mayor, and everyone else that spoke. And I just want to say I appreciate all of you, all that you've done and all that you will continue to do. Because if it wasn't for God, in all sincerity, we wouldn't be here now. And it continues to bless us. So with that said, and I'm definitely not a speech, I want for speeches and everything like that, but however, I just want to say one other thing too, is that, yes, I've been a licensed clinical alcohol and drug counselor for the last 32 years. And it's a very serious problem. It doesn't discriminate. And now with the different drugs that are coming out there, it could be someone in your family that it's affecting. And you all have to take it serious. The same way when we were in the military, we took it serious. We took it serious because we knew we had a job to do. And we still had a job to do. And we all must come together as one to get the job accomplished. And again, I want to thank you, and I appreciate it, and God bless you. Hey, John.
I sit down.
Yeah, you talk, I
and
know.
I just want to say this, you know, I got a sick sense of humor too. I told Steve and I told myself, I'm going to ambush Tony and Steve. But thank you very much. I'm very humble.
Thank you, Michael.
Just in case some of you don't know, but he happens to be Mary Lee Jackson's brother. Everybody remembers Mary Lee Jackson. At this time, I'd like to ask our council president if he'd like to say a few words on behalf of the council.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Today, God is blessing us with a beautiful and a shiny day to honor and celebrate Veterans Day. And I said this yesterday, and this is one of the most important ceremony in the city of Paterson and throughout the state of New Jersey, because we're honoring the men and women that put their life on the line to serve this nation and to protect this country, because freedom isn't free. They put their life on the line, and we have to say thank you every single day. The 365 days of the year, we're supposed to celebrate and honor our veterans. And Mayor, you're totally correct. When you see a veteran, say thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being there in the front line to protect this nation, the best nation on earth. Congressman Pascual, thank you. Keep fighting in Washington. To the Mancheri family, I'm going to say thank you. And I want to acknowledge my council colleagues that are here. Councilman Luis Velez, Councilman Abdulaziz, Councilman Odin, and the rest of the governing body. And the reason why I want to acknowledge them is because, and Councilman Khalid from the Second Ward that is here, I want council members, just please join me. And the reason why I want you to join me at this moment, just to stand right by side, on the side, is because I never see any council member voting against any resolution related to veterans. This governing body is being always in full support of any item related with our veterans in the city of Paterson. So to all my council colleagues, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Let's continue moving the city forward. We got to do more for our veterans. We have to do more. Councilmember Les mentioned yesterday, why not putting together a resolution to dedicate at least 10% of those property to affordable housing for veterans. That's something that we're going to talk about at the council. And I want Councilmember Les to lead that fight with the council colleague. Once that resolution is ready, as council president, I will put it right on the agenda, because we got to do more. Action will speak louder than words. Once again, thank you to all the veterans, and may God continue blessing the United States of America. Thank you.
All right, the chief is here, and we're so happy to see you, and we wish you all that you earned. You deserve everything that you earned. Nobody gave it to you. Just like every fireman that works hard every day, they're ready to risk their lives for us. I want to also thank our color guard that's always here, the fire department's color guard. Hello there, the brothers are here, the Kipken brothers are still here, thank you. And of course our dear brother Louis, an Army veteran. As was said before by our congressman, and I have to make a correction. In May, I did make an announcement that through the help of Congressman Pascual and his office, and with the support of our mayor, Andre Sayegh, we had some money coming to the Veterans Council to improve all 4 of our military parks here in Paterson. And something came up that was more important at that time. And we don't have a problem with that, because now we do have another opportunity with the support of our congressman, our mayor, now our councilmen have said it, and was there 5 votes there? Want to make sure we had the 5 votes. Okay, so I am officially going to say, I promise to all my brothers, and I want you and sisters to step forward and be recognized, the veterans that are here today. Thank you for being here. And you know my heart is always with my non-brothers, especially you guys with the big red one. Do I see another big red one there? That's it. But we will put something together. We are working with John Franco from the city, and we will definitely not only improve Hayden Heights, the Hill of Heroes, but the Ralph D. Marcantonio Park, the Vietnam Memorial Park, and of course, our Civil War Monument in Eastside Park. And so, on behalf of that, you want to finish up, Ian? All right. Now we're going to ask the mayor, is our congressman still here? To put the wreath up? Can I get you over here? And I want to also, again, thank you for taking the time to be here and bearing with us.
Council people.
Here this morning in celebration of our veterans.
Ceasefire!
And just as a reminder, we have another wreath that will be going to Union Avenue to Vietnam Park. Please come and join us. We would like to have someone there with us because half of the time people leave and they don't come to Union Avenue. We really would appreciate if someone will come with us. Thank you so much. Have a great day.